Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to ITM University Online. Today we are going to look into a webinar on visual merchandising. So let's have a sneak peek into the world of visual merchandising. You all might have dropped into many of the modern stores. For example, you might have walked into many of the shopping malls in and around your city. Nowadays, you can see that most of the shopping malls and most of the stores, in fact, are visually beautiful. They have very beautiful mannequins, and the way in which the entire shop is being designed is such a way that you feel like buying products from them. That is what is known as visual merchandising. In short, I call it the silent salesman. Now, what is visual merchandising? It is the art of creating visual displays and arranging merchandise in a very orderly fashion so that the layout and presentation will lure customers into the store and ultimately pop up growth, sales, and utmost profitability. The question arises, why should we go for visual merchandising? People, in fact, there are crores and crores of rupees being spent on modifying the entire buildings, modifying the entire stores, and visually making it much more appealing. Why should the modern business go for visual merchandising? Isn't it not enough that people simply stack up things here and there? Is that not enough? No. Visual merchandising is important due to 7 different factors. The first one, the purpose of visual merchandising is to attract, engage, and motivate customers to get involved in the art of shopping. The second important factor is to educate about the product in an effective way and a very creative way of the new arts of shopping. The third and most important factor is to engage customers, to attract customers to the store. The research says that a customer judges a store in the first 12th minute. So the first impression is a very, very important. It is even called the moment of truth. So the moment of truth is very important when it comes to the art of shopping. The first 12 minutes that you see a particular store, you judge the store, and it's very important that on the 12th minute, you lure the customers into the shop. Generate impulse sales. What do you mean by impulse sales? Again, the research says close to 75% of the people buy things which they don't intend to buy. You might go for shopping. You might be going for shopping, for example, a wallet. Now, once you reach the shop, you see that there are beautiful shoes out there. There's beautiful pen, wallet, including wallet. There are a lot of things being spread out. And you tend to buy 2 to 3 things extra along with the particular product that you wanted to buy. That is what is known as impulse purchasing. Now, this particular new aspect known as visual merchandising makes people tactile more, which means make them touch and feel things more, and ultimately they end up buying impulse sales. So in fact, the sales of the entire company, the sales of the entire product goes up. And again, it enhances the brand image. The way in which the entire store is being packaged, the way in which the entire store is being branded in unique manner. Take the example of Kentucky Fried Chicken, KFC. Wherever you go, the branding or the entire store ambience of KFC is unique, is similar, it is distinct. That is what is known as uniqueness in visual merchandising. So it creates a brand image. The brand image of the color, the brand image of the smell, the brand image of tactility. The last and most important factor increases the overall business activities. So visual merchandising is like, a sewing pillar which comes together, which brings together the entire sales activity and brings the overall sales goes up. Now, a little bit of consumer behavior and consumer psychology. The behavior that the consumer shows, displays in searching for purchasing, using, evaluating the overall consumer behavior activities, it is what is known as consumer behavior in short. Now, when we come to the retail mantras of the age, the retailing that happened 10 years back, retailing that happened 30 years back, and retailing that is happening today is very distinct and very, very new. With the onset of internet, with the onset of a lot of e-business tactics, the entire the retailing solutions have changed. At this particular juncture, there are some rules or mantras which really takes the retailing scenario forward. The first one, there is huge rush for brands. The world is branded. If you look around, for example, if I look around, I see a lot of brands all around me. Now, you take an exercise, you just walk around, you just look around. You might be wearing a Rolex watch, for example, you might be wearing a Titan watch, a very branded shoes. Wherever you go, the paint on your walls, the ceiling fan, AC that you use is all branded. So there's a huge rush for brand. Convenience is what customers look for more. People live in a time-crunched arena. People doesn't find time to go to the shop and buy things. Even if they find time, they want to make it much more productive. So at this particular new age, customers are wanting short of time. Mass customization is the fun. Mass customization is the new mantra. Now, when you look into wherever you can, the olden days they had, the similar kind of products being sold everywhere. For example, Coca-Cola 6.5 ounce bottle was sold all over the globe. But now it is not the case. Each and everything is customized. Take your mobile phone. It is customized for you. Take your television. It has been customized for you. The channels in the television. Everywhere you can see customization. Your laptop. So the customization is the new mantra. Now, pull him is the call of the retailer. If you see a particular customer, your intention as a retailer is to pull him in. And how to do that? That is what visual merchandising comes to picture. The emergence of women as a major influence in buying decisions. Nowadays, it is women who is coming forward in almost all scenarios of life. Every walk of life, you can see women getting educated, and they are coming much more forward. So there is a drastic change happening in the consumer behavior of men, women, children, all over the globe. And finally, the shopping is becoming a family entertainment. So the family trends is changing. In olden days, we used to go for shopping. We used to go for weekend outing. Maybe on churches, we might go for shopping, or a weekend outing on parks, might be on beaches. But nowadays, we go for shopping or weekend outing, maybe to some malls, maybe the malls in your vicinity. Don't you feel the difference? Before, we used to go for some leisure outing, but now we go for outing for shopping. So shopping has become an entertainment activity. So on this particular note, let me take you towards the latest trends in visual merchandising. The first point when we talk about the latest trends of visual merchandising is about going digital. The entire mode of merchandising, the entire mode of visual merchandising is going into a digital parlance. To draw the shopper's attention to the store, we find to use the internet to give customers information about the products. Now, how do we incorporate internet and the visual merchandising? The first one is about QR coding. You can see that in the picture that you see, the QR codes that is being displayed on each and every product helps you to scan. You can take your phone with the application of QR code. You can scan the particular product and understand the entire information about that particular product. So that is one interface in which the user becomes much more involved in shopping. So that is one of the aspects, new aspects of going digital in visual merchandising. Another concept is about, the mammoth installations that is being made. Installations that really make customers much more excited. The installation that make customers much more glued to the particular products that is being displayed. Of late in Dubai Shopping Festival, there was a beautiful installation of Lakme. Lakme, an international brand, had made an installation in such a manner that users can walk in, get themselves refreshed, understand the entire product and everything with a beautiful sensation of getting themselves into the pleasure of shopping. So, usage of 3-day installations, the usage of beautiful, colorful installations is of the talk of the town. Next one, much more interesting one, is a spy eye. Now, you might have seen mannequins. Mannequins are those bodies kind of things that you see in almost all in front of the storefronts. The mannequins are changing. But the important thing is, people do see, especially men, in consumer behavior, you learn that the men's shopping activity is based on tactility. They want to see it to be displayed rather than kept in a shelf. So for example, there is a t-shirt and this t-shirt is put on a mannequin. Men might go and touch and feel it, and once they see that the entire product looks good, then they might not go even for a trial. They might ask them to pack it. At that particular juncture, the touching and feeling or the reaction of a customer towards that particular textile can be very well understood if there is a spy eye that is being kept in the eye of a mannequin. So the eye of a mannequin is being removed, or rather is being changed into a camera work. So this particular camera captures the reaction of the particular customer towards that particular mannequin and towards the particular textile. So this particular new invention in retailing or in visual merchandising takes a detailed analysis of how that particular textile is being reacted, how this particular how customers are reacting to that particular textile. So that is what is known as spy eye. You can see the beautiful pictures which depicts what I've been explaining about. Next one is about the flexible arrangements using a new technology known as Magno boards. Now the Magno boards are arrangements, that is of 3D arrangements, which is easy to install and dismantle. Now easy to install and dismantle 3D arrangements makes the visual merchandisers or the people behind the creative workers easy to install a particular installations and dismantle it. So all on a sudden, in a fraction of a second, everything can be put up. And once the entire activity is over, it can be dismantled. So the easy to put up and easy to dismantle Magno boards technology enables them to take visual merchandising to newer heights. Again, we have seen the olden days where the ladies in that particular mannequin used to wear saris and get other customers attracted to them. But the entire mannequins are changing. The way in which the olden days the mannequins were like human beings. Now the mannequins are almost like human being, but it has new and different methods of being displayed as a mannequin. Now one invention that Reebok had done was, Reebok had a very new kind of a product which uses woolen thread in their shoes, which gives much more comfort and much more, cozy feeling to your feet. Now that particular product had used a mannequin. You cannot just say it's a mannequin. It used that particular wool to use as a preparation for a display. Now the product as well as the installation had the same woolen thread, so which really amplified the beauty of the product. You can see the pictures. And the mannequins are no longer made up of plaster Paris or so. It has been made about different materials which looks different, as well as which synchronizes with the product, as well as color, the momentum. If it is of shoes, it gives like, the mannequin is not like standing still. It might be like in a running pose. So all those different ways in the materials in which it is being used also makes the product much more different. And there are a lot of different fun and quirky kind of products that has been mannequins that has been come up, especially the one with vintage products. The mannequins that has been made up of olden papers, the old papers, the boards, used products, etc. But in a very attractive manner. The pictures are much more revealing. The talk of the town, the most important and the most eye-catching thing is the 3D installations. Installations which are three-dimensional, moving, tactile, as well as synchronized with computer graphics. Now, this particular installation that you see on your screens is a 3D printing and prototyping which is becoming much more cheaper and more tangible reality. 3D installations are catching a lot of attention. Now you can see the different pictures that has been flipping on. There is tactile and moving installation that is coming up. Now this particular installation that has come up in one of the event which is being all synchronized. There are close to 156 different leaves all synchronized to a computer timings, and everything, all the leaves petals together revolves at the same time, at the same momentum, which altogether gives a different feel of that particular product. So moreover, visual merchandising, as what I have explained till now, and with the lots and lots of more, this is just a tip of an iceberg. A lot of things are coming up. There are lot of things out there in the market, whichever you see in when you go to your nearest shopping malls, whichever you see in your televisions, etc. So visual merchandising is, in one sense, as a simple silent salesman which sells the product, which keeps the momentum of sales going on. And this particular note, I would try to conclude this particular webinar, which speaks on the latest trends of visual merchandising. I hope this was interesting. Now, a small assignment or other, you would go home and look into the different visual merchandising aspects, visual merchandising new trends that is there in the market, along with the one that I have explained. Thanks for watching. This is Jitin.